Just after 5 p.m. on Tuesday, the calm of Broadmeadows car park was shattered. In broad daylight, with shoppers and bystanders only meters away, masked figures lunged, swung blades, and scrambled in a violent melee. Security footage would later show a man in a beanie advancing on another wearing a balaclava. In an instant, a machete slipped from someone's grip, tore through clothing, and sent the stunned target crashing to the ground. What should have been a quiet, mundane evening in a suburban shopping center transformed into a chilling spectacle of chaos. Footage obtained by Channel 7 showed how the clash unfolded meters from a machete amnesty bin, leaving one man in hospital but resulting in no arrests. One man wearing a beanie can be seen advancing on a man wearing a balaclava, who appears to get a machete caught in his jumper. He is thrown to the ground as multiple other men appear. One man appears to try and defuse the situation as the first man runs off. Victorian authorities have now issued a formal warning to a Queensland hunting store for selling machetes online. Despite the store being located 2,500 kilometers away from Melbourne, authorities have gone on the front foot warning of online orders placed by potentially violent individuals. It came after a top cop called for tougher penalties on youth crime in a rare moment of candor after two boys were stabbed to death in the state's capital, in what he called one of the most horrific crimes of its kind. Dao Quang, 15, and his friend Cole, 12, were walking home from a local basketball stadium in Cobblebank, in the city's outer west, when they were stabbed by a suspected youth gang at about 8 p.m. on Saturday in what police said was a possible case of mistaken identity. Police allege as many as 8 masked men, believed to be gang members with machetes, were behind the attack. Speaking at a press conference, Detective Inspector Graham Banks said the grisly attack has the hallmarks of a youth gang crime. It is one of the most horrific crimes in a substantial and growing list of crimes of this nature. The children who were murdered were not gang members, and it is not okay to remain silent. Banks said current penalties were not in balance with his own nor the wider community's expectations. The policing position's always been that there needs to be a strong deterrent for this type of behavior, for carrying weapons, for people who break into homes with weapons, for people who carjack, for people who assault people with weapons. Whether that balance is right is really a matter for the community and the courts and ultimately the government, he said. As I stand here before you, I think the penalties aren't in balance with what community expectations are or mine. The Broadmeadows machete brawl is more than just a disturbing viral video. It's a vivid illustration of how quickly youth violence can erupt in public spaces, how policy measures like bans and disposal bins can be outpaced by the reality on the ground, and how social media and video evidence can force a community to reckon with the threat that lurks behind the facade of normal life. As authorities continue their investigations, one thing is clear: unless stronger deterrence, better enforcement, and social interventions are put in place, incidents like this may not remain rare. And in a world where everything is filmed, every moment of escalation, every flashing blade, becomes part of the public record. A warning, a protest, and a call to action all at once. My question: would harsher penalties stop youth gangs, or just make things worse? Leave your answers in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks.